we don't have an understanding why our son been shot to death. I'm just not going to rest until I find out what happened.
Just hours after laying his only son to rest, the Reverend Dr. George Gaymon agreed to exclusively sit down with Fios One News. Reverend Gaymon says his family is not satisfied with the explanation provided by the Essex County Prosecutor's Office, and the family is now calling for a federal investigation into the shooting.
He was never a threat to anyone. He never had that spirit that I'm going to attack you. He would back up. He would back up. And that's what I do not understand. What happened?
DeFarra Gaymon had flown to Newark for his 30th high school reunion, an event he helped plan for the Montclair High School class of 1980. But just hours before the reunion, Gaymon visited a well-known gay pickup spot inside Newark's Branch Brook Park. An undercover police officer who has still not been identified says Gaymon was performing a sexual act on himself in front of him. When he identified himself as a police officer and tried to place Gaymon under arrest, prosecutors say Gaymon got violent. After a struggle, the officer fatally shot him once in the stomach. Friends of Gaymon say that description is out of character for the man they know, a well-respected businessman, loving husband, and father of 4.
We want answers, not stories. We want the truth. We want people to know what has happened here, what really happened.
I can only speak what I know, and that's all good. Never anything mean from him. And to say he would lunge or plunge out to police like that, that's unbelievable. That's hard. You look at my eyes, I'm telling the truth. He would never, for what I know about him, he would never do nothing like that. That's not him.
He's a true professional. He was a great friend. He was caring. He was kind. What happened to him should not have happened to him. He was a good person.
Just always willing to help somebody. He always go for like the underdog and try to lift them up and, make them the better person, the best person that they could be. He brings out the best in people.
During Saturday's funeral service at his alma mater, Benedict College, DeFarra Gaymon's mother, Maddie, broke down, weeping and screaming, "Why did they take my baby from me?" The Reverend Gaymon also addressed the more than 600 friends and family members who came to pay their respects. His words received a standing ovation when he said,
"We must find out the circumstances and make sure justice prevails."
Reverend Gaymon says his family plans to ask the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office in Newark to immediately take over the investigation.
Losing the only son that we had. That is the hardest part. We don't have another son that we can go to.
DeFarra Dean Gaymon was laid to rest at Greenlawn Memorial Gardens here in Columbia, South Carolina. Shannon Lanier, Fios One News.